Hi there, it's Mr. Logue and it's time for another lesson on geometric art in the style of Bridget Riley and Beatriz Milhazes. Right, so let's have a look at what we'll be doing in this lesson. So since the last lesson I've added in two elements. I've popped in a sky background using a rectangle tool, and then I've used ovals and semi-ovals or circles to create a shape reminiscent of the Amex in the center of the image there. Right, so let's swap back to a document before the changes. Right, so the first thing I used just for that background was one large rectangle, and I drew that in right across the back there, and it will cover up a part, but if you remember from last time, we can simply change that by using our center back tool. Right, so once that's on there, we'll want to change the outline and the fill. Right, if we click on fill, to make this one slightly different, so it's a bit more sky-like, I thought I could use a gradient tool. As you can see, you've got gradients there so that it's not all completely the same color. There's dark gradients and light gradients, so a bit more of a sky type effect that you can create there. Once you've done that, we just need to remember to right click, and then if we send it to back, it will go behind those layers, so we've still got the landscape in the foreground. Right, so that's part one. Part two is using those circles and semicircles to create the image in the center. So I have a nice oval tool there, and like before, we can rotate it and stretch it out into different types of formation. And that's that part. And the other one that I would be using on this one is this semicircle. You find it down in this part here. This is an interesting shape in here because we've got these two extra functions, so you can actually change the format of it, so you can have a big wide one right round to a full circle, or you can have this, and I found these were quite effective for creating my supporting struts that are up on the sky. So those are the steps for this lesson, and just like before, we can create a nice outline for these and fill them in whichever color you need for your image. Right, so have a go at playing around with that. Bring your image almost to an end so that it is completed. And that is this lesson. Bye for now.